Okay. God damn it! Why isn't it working? No. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there, YouTube land. Invader Mods coming to you with another video. This week we're going to do something a little different. Now, I did get a couple of pops this week, but I'm not going to really go over it because I'm not keeping them. They're actually for trades, but you may notice it behind me. I also picked up my first NECA figure this week, and you may see him as well. So today we're going to go over a couple of different things, not necessarily Funko. There will be some Funko in this video, but it's not the meat and potatoes of the video. We're going to go over my top 5 horror grails today. We're going to go over my SDCC current want list, which isn't very long, but there is a couple of pops that I really want. And we're going to go over some stuff that I picked up today. I got a couple of things for my birthday, which was really cool. And, of course, I went out looking around for stuff for my birthday. I went to a whole bunch of different shops. As you saw, I only got footage from one of the places I went to today. But it's a cool little place, man. It's inside this antique mall. Or, well, let's back up. It's actually inside of an old funeral home, which has been turned into an antique store. I wouldn't say it was a mall so much, but there was a whole bunch of different booths, of course. It wasn't huge, but it's the size of a funeral home. And there was this huge booth that had a whole bunch of toys. Unfortunately, not something I was looking for, but they did have a bunch of toys. But let's start off today with what we picked up, because that's what a lot of you guys like to see. What did I pick up? Well, earlier last week, I got my first NECA figure. We got Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, Jason Voorhees NECA figure. Now, he does come with some cool stuff, which most of it, well, some of it's out, but you can see he's got an extra head here, some extra weapons, extra hand, and some more extra weapons on this side here. I was looking to get both this one and the Part 3 one, but they only had this one at my FYE, which is the Part 4. It also comes with this tombstone, and I'll show you the actual figure here, because I got it opened up. And yeah, that's how much this is. Alright, so we got this cool Jason Voorhees NECA figure. This is kind of the pose that I've chosen for him. Like I said, I wanted to get Part 3 because I wanted an undamaged mask, but we'll find that one later. However, right now I'm hunting for Michael Myers, and Michael Myers did not have one of these cool boxes for NECA. It had a blister pack, which is really annoying because if I ever want to take it out, I'm going to definitely damage it to get it out, which kind of sucks because, as you haven't noticed, I like to keep things in the box. But here's the Jason Voorhees without the mask. He's got a whole nother head sculpt. I haven't even looked at it. because it keeps the mask on. For me, anyway. He's got the machete there, which goes right in the hand real well. The mask just slips right on. And how does he already have crud on the blade? I'll tell you, my cats, the first day I went to work after buying this, my cats had knocked him off the shelf, which is really annoying. But now we got the mask back on. He's a pretty cool figure. I think I was just more or less wanting to find something. There is a Camp Crystal Lake playset you can buy for this. And I'm really mad at myself about that because they had one. Actually, they had two at my Second and Charles. One of which was $9.99. But I didn't have the figure yet, so I didn't think to buy it. Of course, I get the figure, and I get to go back yesterday, Sunday, and it's gone. My luck, right? So, what else I picked up today? Now, some of you guys, I know I got a couple of viewers that are not all about the toys, about the Funko Pops. They actually joined because I like Stephen King. So today I got a treat for you. So today I went around and I went to a whole bunch of places, but like I said, I only got footage from one of them, as you saw. But I did stop into Half Price Books on the way home. Because sometimes they have figures in there. They did have a figure, I was very tempted. They had the McFarlane Toys Crow figure. I already have one, but he's out of the box. This one was still in the box. But I decided to pass on that. But I did find something else. So, just like last year, which I wasn't doing YouTube videos in, but just like last year, I got a cool Stephen King item on my birthday. Because today is my actual birthday. Monday. So, let's go into what we got. We got Stephen King's Danse Macabre. This is a hardback first edition of Danse Macabre. Now, I can get this sticker off. Half-price book stickers are actually really easy to get off. The dust jacket has seen better days, obviously. This one is a very hard one to find for a good price, this first edition here. A lot of his first editions were overpublished. This one, not so much. This one doesn't have your typical telltale signs for first editions, though. But some of the things you want to look out for if you don't know anything about books, or if you're interested to know anything about books, some of the things to look out for when you're trying to find, in particular, a Stephen King first edition, because his vary in the way they are done. And this one, you want to take a look at the dust jacket first. You want to make sure there's a price up here. If there's not a price, there's a good chance that you're looking at a book club edition, which generally aren't worth anything. Generally. The next thing you need to look at for this particular edition, is right here on the copyright page. Now, on the copyright page, it does not say first edition, doesn't give you a print number or anything like that. But for this book, because it's published by a whole different publishing house than anybody else, you see that RD number there? That's its print number. So, first printing of this is RRD 281. This is the first printing of Danse Macabre. Now, if you go online and you try to find one of these, you're going to pay more than likely at least $60. And as you notice, I paid $6.99 for this one over at Half Price Books, which I'm pretty happy about because Half Price Books have gotten into the habit recently of not being half priced anymore. They like to try to get full value for what the book's going for on eBay. Thankfully, I think because this one is such, it's so difficult to tell what edition it is because you really need to know what you're looking for. And, the ISBN number is not going to tell you straight out. Because of those things, I think this one survived. And I was surprised to see it on the shelf, really, because usually the Stephen King section is picked over. Another book I found at the same Half Price Books. Now, this is something else that I've been looking for, but not so much because I collect it, but because my obsessive compulsiveness wants to complete this series. Specifically, since I used to have this book, and I lent it out to my friend during college, and never got it back. Now, the one I believe that I lent out was a first edition. This one's not. But I never see this book on the shelf anymore, so I picked it up. We got The Vampire Lestat. So, I had all the original Anne Rice vampire books with I had them all, actually, and then my friend never gave it back after she left after college and stuff, and so now I have it again. So this now completes that run, because it really pained me to see Interview with a Vampire and then Queen of the Damned, because Vampire Lestat is supposed to be in between those two, and it was missing. Drove me nuts. But we got this one. This is a 5th printing, And you know, it's still pretty nice though. It's really nice. Now, this publisher, Knopf, I don't know how to say it. They will actually tell you, and they're all high class about it. They'll tell you what printing it is right here. They'll actually say here what this one says specifically, in case you can't read it. Published October 31st, 1985. How goth. Reprinted 3 times. 5th printing, January 1986. So this is the 5th printing. But you know what? I can't complain. Now, on to some birthday presents. Now, my friend Sarah and her husband Nathan came over for my birthday, and we had a good time. I got really drunk, but before I got drunk, they gave me some stuff for my birthday that I was really happy about. Again, you have to be a Stephen King fan to appreciate these things. First up, they apparently have gone to the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, and they picked me up some postcards from there. Very cool. And a lot of people that don't read Stephen King don't realize this. They also have a postcard here of the actual room number from the book. So, what happened was, from what I can gather, because I wasn't there, but this is what is relatively available information, is Stanley Kubrick had to use the room number 237 in the movie. In the book, it's 217, but as the Stanley Hotel actually had a room 217 and not a 237, they did not want 217 to be used in the movie because the hotel, of course, it's a real hotel. So, the actual room number from The Shining is 217. And this is a cool little postcard here from the Stanley Hotel as well. Really excited about that. I don't know if you can see it without a glare. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. I'm very happy about that. I have to find a nice place to put those. Now, that wasn't the meat and potatoes of what they gave me, her and her husband. So let me get that for you. Stephen King's newest book, The Outsider. Just came out this May. This is the first printing. U.S. edition, Scribner. First edition, or first printing. I'm not sure exactly who had the first edition, so I'll have to research that. But I'm definitely going to jump right into this when I get the opportunity. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I'm excited for it. I'm really excited. So let's get into my pop stuff here. Today, like I said, I don't have any physical pops to show you, but I do have a trade in the works involving a pop that I picked up last week, which I didn't do a video for because I'd already done a video for it because this was an extra one. Hint, hint. He's up that way. So anyway, my top 5 horror grails at this point in time. Now, these are not the only horror grails that I'm missing. These are not necessarily the most expensive horror grails that I'm missing. This is not necessarily... This is just my top 5 of the grails that I would like to acquire. Now, I'm going to arrange them by price, but not necessarily rarity. But usually that is reflected in the price. Coming in at number 5, the Misfits Fiend. Now, we've gone over this in previous videos. The Misfits Fiend, which is the mascot for the band, the punk band, the Misfits, originally with Jerry Only, Glenn Danzig, and Bobby Steele. It's a great pop. It's a must for any horror collector. And right now, Stashpedia's got him at right around $152. You like how I said that, right around, but yet I have the solid number here. Anyway, the next horror grail that I personally am looking for, he's actually marked as a sci-fi pop. He's the only sci-fi pop that I know of. He's number 1 of the sci-fi line. It's from the movie Mars Attack, and it's The Martian. So he comes in at number 4, the sci-fi Funko Pop, The Martian from Mars Attacks. He's probably the second least valuable, the least expensive out of the horror grails that I'm looking for, which, if you haven't noticed, is the direction I'm going in this list. So, you ask yourself, but he's like $600. Well, there's a common, and I'm happy with really any of them, that is only $245 right now on Stashpedia. Then you have a glow-in-the-dark variant from Comic-Con, and the glow-in-the-dark variant is coming in around $410. And then you have the metallic variant from San Diego Comic-Con, and he's coming in at $600 right now. Very expensive pops. Moving on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is the Elvira Halloween Town exclusive from I want to say 2014, but I don't have her, so I don't know for sure. And it doesn't have a release date on it. But Elvira, she's in a red dress. She would complete my Elvira set. I have 3 of the other ones right now. The Hot Topic exclusives, both of those, the common and the chase. And then, of course, I have the common and the black dress. There's just the red dress Elvira that I'm missing. She comes in at number 3 at $273 right now on Stashpedia. Number 2, we're going to go with Billy. Billy from Saw. He's a bloody glow-in-the-dark variant. And right now, he's coming in around $350, $360, right around there. $356, according to Stashpedia, but right around there. And again, he's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive horror pop. He's very hard to get. I see him online fairly often, though, so I have hopes. Maybe I'll run across him. Maybe I'll get a good trade on for it, because I do have a trade lined up for one of these. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. And number 1, the most expensive, the most desired horror Funko Pop on my list is the unmasked Jason Voorhees. He's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. He was very low print run. I guess you can call it that. Manufacturer run. He's way up there. He's $630 right now on Stashpedia. And I need one of those. I do. Definitely need one. So that's my top 5 horror grails that I am currently in search of, that I'm hoping to get those locked away. Now, there are other horror pops that I'm missing, and especially expensive ones, but that's my top 5 horror grails. If you wanted to look at the more obtainable, the number 1 right now would be my Jason Voorhees chase that I don't have yet, because as you noticed, I have all the other horror chases all lined up there. Let's get into SDCC 2018. Now, there's a plethora of pops that they're introducing to SDCC this year. However, there's very few that I'm really interested in so far. Now, they're not done releasing these pops and other Funko products that they're putting out for SDCC this year, but from what they've released thus far, there's only 3 pops that I'm interested in. 3. Only one of them I'm not going to be able to find locally in a shared exclusive, which is very frustrating. I'm hoping I can land the other 2, because I don't know, it's going to be pretty tricky. The one that I can land here so far, as far as what information's come out and who's shared with these pops, is the Gus and Pajamas Flocked from Saga. I have a full Saga set right now. I'm not going to stop right now with just SDCC. I'm not going to stop because SDCC is trying to tell me we're going to make things more difficult. No, we're going to get that Flock Gus. I'm going to be really excited to get him. And then, of course, Entertainment Earth has got the other exclusive that I want, the Hellboy Pop. Now, I've never ordered from Entertainment Earth before. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, where the pre-orders are for that, etc. So I'm really hoping I could just get one from the convention itself, although I can't go to the convention. I'm on the East Coast, or well, EST anyway, nowhere near San Diego, but I'm hoping I can get one lined up without paying an arm and a leg for it. The most prized one, though, out of all that I want is a Toy Tokyo exclusive. And you're all sitting there thinking, what? He wants Dragon Ball Z? I care less about that gold thing. I want Tarna from Heavy Metal, because I used to watch that movie weekly. My local theater, back when I was younger, used to have Midnight Madness, United Artists Midnight Madness, and Heavy Metal would be coming on all the time. Between that and Rocky Horror Picture Show, we'd always have that on. And I craved owning that movie so much, because back in the day, it wasn't easy to get. You had to hopefully catch it on cable and record it, and then, like around the time Heavy Metal 2000 came out, they finally put it on VHS, I think. And so, yeah, now I own the movie, but it's a great movie. I'm not sure exactly why Tarna qualifies as an animation pop. I think she should be in the movie line, although it is an animated movie. But it was released in theaters, so I don't know. Real old movie, though, from like 1980 or 1981. I say real old, and yet I'm older than it. Anyway, so that's my SDCC 2018 current wants, and I'm really hoping that there's going to be some more, especially if I'm going to have to wait at Hot Topic for that Gus anyway. I'm hoping that somebody else will have something. I haven't seen FYE announce that they have anything yet. That would be convenient, because Hot Topic and FYE are right there near each other in my mall. but we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys for checking this out. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And leave a comment, guys. Let me know what SDCC Funko Pops you're looking for. Let me know what your top 5 horror grails are. I'm curious to know these things. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Have a good one.